Hi, this is Kerry Garrison with Vitelity, and today we're going to set up a Grandstream IP phone with the Vitelity SIP service. Now for this example, we're going to use the GXP 2124, which is one of their newer phones, but it's not going to matter. The same setup will work with any Grandstream phone, and in fact, it's going to work with any IP phone because all you really need are three pieces of information to register any phone or ATA. You need the SIP server address, you need a login, and you need a password. Now we're going to have an optional outbound proxy address as well, but all you need are those three pieces to get any phone to work. So I'm going to show you how to do it with a Grandstream phone, and you can do this with any phone. First thing we need to do is log in to our Vitelity portal because we need our SIP credentials. Now this login and password are going to be the login and password for this particular sub account that you want to use. So you can assign a DID to a sub account and we'll use those credentials. Now I'm going to go to the support tab and then go to the generic SIP tab so we can see kind of everything in one place, but you may need to change it based on the sub account you're going to use. So here I've got my sip27.vitelity.net is my SIP server or proxy. Outbound.vitelity.net is the outbound proxy. And then I have a login and password which are blurred out so that you can't log in as me, which is great. Now that's the information that we need to put into the phone. Now we need to configure the phone. Now fortunately on this particular phone it has the IP address right on the top, makes it real easy for us to know how to configure it. Other phones we actually have to dig into menus to try and figure out the IP address. Here it's right on top. So we're just going to go over to the web interface of the phone, and every phone is going to ask you for some login. Sometimes it's a login and password, sometimes it's just a password. In the case of Grandstream, it's just admin is all we have to put in. But every phone is a little different, and that's where you need to look into the manual or online to figure out how to log in to the web interface of that phone. So here, let's go ahead and log in to the 2124, just using admin. I'm going to go to the Accounts tab. Make sure that the account is set on active. And I'm going to just put in Kerry as the account name, the SIP server. I'm not going to do a secondary. I'm going to do outbound.vitelity.net. For my outbound, Tech01 is my authentication and SIP user ID. I'm going to put that into both fields. And then I'm going to use my password. Optionally, I can put another name. I can put in DNS information. I'm not going to do any of that right now. All I'm going to do is just go ahead and update this with those few pieces of information. It tells me I need to reboot, which I'm going to do. And in a few moments, the phone will come up registered and ready to make and receive phone calls. Now, in some cases, you might have trouble receiving inbound calls, and that would require you to set up port forwarding. So for that, you're going to want to set up port 5060, which is for the SIP handshaking, and 10,000 to 10,050 for the data stream to come in. And you're going to port forward those ports from the outbound to the IP of this phone so that when a call comes in, it comes right to the phone rings. But try it without. Some phones will work, or some firewalls will allow it to work properly. Others will need that extra level of setup to make sure that they're working fine. Let's go ahead and take a look at the phone here. It's going ahead and coming up, and in just a moment, we'll be up and running. Okay, now the phone has come up, and now we'll just test it, make sure it's working.
You've reached the home office of Kerry Garrison. Please stand by.
And there we have it. We have configured a Grandstream phone with the Vitelity service. That's all there is to it. Just those few pieces of information, and we can configure any phone. This has been Kerry Garrison with Vitelity. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.